I'm back out here. This is the second week now. It's been a week since I've been out here before. And I just opened this hood and I noticed the rag that I stuffed in there is no longer in there, which could indicate that some mouse is trying to build something in there, but we'll find out, I guess. That's slightly concerning. Yeah, it looks like a mouse got to it. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. But that's okay. We'll hopefully take care of that. Today, the goal is to get this rat's nest in here somewhat cleaned up a little bit, maybe, possibly, if that's even doable. And we'll go from there. I got a trunk full of parts over there, so we'll start kicking away at it, see what we can do. Brand new shop vac has certainly got its first use. Alright, well, after a couple hours of cleaning, I got, well, front seat pretty uncovered, most of the old filling off of it. Floorboards uncovered, well, the ground uncovered, I guess, because there's not a whole lot of floorboard there. That one's starting to go over there, but it's more solid. You can see the pedals now, most of it. The back seat, on the other hand, I started it, well, this side you can't tell, but we'll go around here. I started to get in there, as you can kind of tell-ish, maybe not. I got tired of cleaning the interior of this thing and not actually doing anything. So I have moved up here to start vacuuming up as much of the engine bay as I can, and we'll get that done real quick. We're gonna try to get this rebuilt carb I've got going on here to put back on. First things first, let's get this old gasket off. Shit. Some would say just grab some needle nose. Problem is, I don't have any needle nose with me because I'm unprepared. But I'm a fucking genius. It's almost like I know what I'm doing sometimes, maybe, kind of. We'll ignore the fact that I dropped one of these nuts into that intake, like the number one rule not to do when dealing with intakes, but you know, can't worry about that. Now, as we know, I rebuilt that, so it probably doesn't work at all, but it's the thought that counts.
Later that night, me and my uncle decided to see if we could get the motor to turn over. In the process of that, we decided to remove the radiator, which is bad. I've put water through it and it leaks just about everywhere it can. But we were able to get the motor to turn over by hand by spinning the fan.
Well, it's the next day. I didn't record some of the stuff we did last night. Last night we got the radiator out, which I have a time lapse of that, and the fan off, took the battery out. We got all the spark plug wires in, except for I tried to buy a distributed cap on my way down here, but O'Reilly's had the wrong part in the box, so now we have this one, and it broke off one of the old wires inside one of the terminals, so that may be a no-go, but we'll see. We did find out that it turns over by hand, which is good. Well, when we had the fan on it, we could turn it by the fan. It spun the motor both ways freely. No feels of any hiccups or anything like that, so that's a good sign. Today, got some other just light stuff to take care of. Probably get that new battery in. I'm gonna try to clean up a little bit of it. You know, regular stuff. We'll get to it now. We're actually gonna change courses here and see if we can get these old lug nuts off this thing. It shouldn't be too bad, but a little bit of penetrating oil on them. Get it all over my hands because that's always great. Just slowly see if we can work it off with this. This is probably going to be a death trap later, so we're going to get that out of here. Alright, I got Jack under here. Uncle and Grandpa are showing up. Let's see if we can get this wheel on. Mind you, this is just to get it out of this ditch we've been working in. Try to pull it on these steelies. At this point, we're not really worried about hurting nothing. Something tells me they may not be locked up. And that we might be in gear. Alright, let's see how much shit breaks when I lower her down. Yeah, that's how you can tell it's good rubber, when it breaks and fractures. It's a good sign for your tire wear. Well, we got the car officially moved. It was here for God knows how long. There's the rear seats. We pulled the rear seats out and all the garbage. Don't worry, we're gonna clean up as much of it as we can at least. Small destructive path of a couple grease woods. We were aiming for this road, but we hit that road. Can't be helped. I'm already raking some of it back in, no big deal. But since I'm waiting for my tow truck to come back, I figured since we got the rear seats out, we could tackle this. I'm not gonna get in the back. I do see a spare tire back there though. That's kind of cool. So we're gonna do some digging and some cleaning, see if we can clean it up a little bit.